Happy New Year to everyone and welcome back to the Wexford Football League show. It's great to be back tonight, Nicky, after a few weeks off there. And on our last show there, we had a bit of interaction with the managers across the league. It was a great night to get their insights of how the league has been going.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable, Ed, in fairness, getting your opinion off, or the opinion off the lads, and how their season has been going and what they're looking forward to next year. And like, obviously, the longer the season goes on, hopefully we'll be able to do a hell of a lot more of it, and getting lads in for the big games now, which are going to come very fast over the next number of weeks. I
should have started there, sorry, by asking you, how'd your Christmas go? Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, good Christmas, Ed, and just work was very good, very busy, so can't complain. So
see, Santi was good to you. Were doing ball by over in Selhurst Park there, I see, with some of the photos.
Yeah, we got a trip away. Sure, we had tripped one in November, but you weren't allowed to go. But
she wouldn't know.
But no, look, it was great. Like, it's nice to get away after a busy Christmas. Myself and Sandra got over to London for a couple of days, and I was well looked after by Pat Earl over there. He brought me to Selhurst Park, and
a good mind, man.
Yeah, well, Rovers. He started with Rovers, so
played all his soccer with the mind. Where are you getting that from?
No, good Rovers, good Shannon chap. But no, look, it was it was a great experience. We got up around the box, and Pa got us out onto the pitch just before kick-off. So look,
so you weren't doing ball by then?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't meant to be on the pitch either. Pa snuck me out onto it. So, but no, look at it. It was a great trip. Game wasn't. It was a good game, just no goals. But look, London, some spot all right now. In fairness,
no, it is in fairness. Any New Year's resolutions?
No, not really. Maybe try and predict a few results better. That's all.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Maybe not upset as many lads. What about you?
Lose a bit of weight and a night humour.
All right. Well, we can tell by your shirt that's not going well.
You just tipped on it there about talking to the managers last week. It's an interesting time coming back after Christmas ended. You could be in a position where the league title has gone from you. You're not in a relegation battle, and you're only looking at the cups and to get players back motivated.
Yeah, look, it can be tough, and sure, you don't know what way players have gone over Christmas. Some lads will do a little bit of training over Christmas. Some lads this year the way it's fell, it's kind of been 3 weeks, so 3 full weeks off. It can be tough. It's trying to get the lads motivated to get back into it as well, isn't it? But even when you're fighting for a cup or for a league title, it can be sometimes a bit hard. It's a tough start to the year. I know Pádraig threw in a full round of Premier games last week for the top clubs, which obviously that gives the lads a bit of spice to come back to, because you're not maybe looking at a cup game or anything like that. But yeah, it can be tough. How did you find it?
It all depends where you are, I think, in the league. If you're still in a title challenge, it's easy to get the lads to train over Christmas. It's interesting talking to a few managers over Christmas. Some teams done a lot, maybe had 2 practice matches and kept training. Other teams done that until maybe last Tuesday or Thursday before the game. So it's interesting the way different people take it. Do you give them the break or do you keep them at it?
I always like to kind of take a bit of a break, you know, like definitely a week to 10 days off, you know, and just let lads relax, and then try and come back and maybe get a game. But we would never have played 2 or 3 games over Christmas. Maybe it was 1 practice match and try and get 3 or 4 heavy sessions in and get a good sweat out of the lads before you go into the league.
Yeah, it's just keeping them interested, motivated, I think. And in fairness, there was a lot of practice matches, even the lower divisions. That's what has got me since I've come out of management. You were just concentrating on your own team, but now you're talking to different managers that they all do it. Like, there's a great effort being put in from the players right across the county, in fairness. That's the big thing I've learned since doing this, that everyone is putting in that effort right across the county. It doesn't matter if it's Division 5, under 19, youths, it's Premier, they're all doing it. Like,
yeah, I suppose you go back 5-10 years ago, maybe it was only the Premier clubs that were doing it, and that was the reason why they were in the Premier, and that was the reason why the top players are playing in the top. But now, obviously, I see like we're talking about Podge O'Toole there, Shamrock Rovers B team manager. Obviously, because I living up to Shannon there, I seen that they were trying to organise trainings and matches and things like that, where that probably wouldn't have happened. Definitely not 10 years ago, where a B team was trying to get games and things like that. So it just shows the improvement throughout the league as a in general, like from the very top. But look, it's up to the Premier clubs to keep driving that and to keep leading the way.
Yeah. And the big news in Wexford Soccer, great news actually for Wexford Soccer, was Jesse Dempsey signing Serie A side. He was pivotal in Wexford CBS winning All Ireland last year, so it's great to see another Wexford man over in Serie A.
Yeah, Jesse joined Lecce there over there. Like, look at he obviously started off with Wexford Albion, a great underage career with them lads. I think he went down to Wexford and had 1 year down in Wexford with Wexford FC and spent a couple of years in Waterford, but got his big breakthrough up with UCD. He played over 20 games last year for the first team. I was told there today that there was 3 or 4 League of Ireland clubs after him, the likes of Shelbourne, Bows, Pats, all them lads were trying to sign him. But look at it, isn't it a great... I suppose you say congratulations to him, but it was a very brave decision for the young chap to head out to Italy, like, and follow. Hopefully, he can follow in Festi's footsteps. And I'm not sure the geographic between Udinese and Lecce, but like, wouldn't it be great that he might have 2 Wexford chaps out there that they can maybe bounce off of one another, and hopefully he'll settle down, and I'm sure it's a fantastic opportunity.
I suppose just you mentioned Festi, like Festi, people could see his potential from an early age, and he was kind of always primed for this, wasn't he? So it's great to see him actually go on and do it, because we all know ourselves, we see fellas when they're 12, 13 and say, just this fella could make it, and unfortunately don't happen for various reasons, but it's great to see when it does happen, isn't it? Yeah,
it's absolutely brilliant to see it. And the one thing I know he's been very lucky with his mum Linda. She's been a savage support to him throughout, and I'm sure that'll continue now going on in the future. And I look at it's brilliant. Like, it's great to see young lads coming through, and it just goes to show all them young lads that are 13, 14, 15 that they can still achieve a dream if you can't get really picked up nowadays, like at 13, 14, 15, unless you're living in England. But these Serie A clubs, French clubs, are out there, and they can give people an opportunity. I suppose it's credit to everyone that's coached them over the years, that it's a success for them as well. And I suppose when we talk about Wexford CBS, you have the school soccer's a big thing in Wexford at the moment, with a bit of rivalry with Dennis Gordy CBS and Wexford CBS, in fairness. So that's helping young lads as well. That means they're getting soccer during the week as well. I think it's a big thing. Look, it's great to see. Getting exposed to big, good games as well. Look, it is great, and sure, not only like it's great for young lads to be mingling, that they're not just obviously to go to school with players, with chaps from different clubs, but to be able to put them on the pitch from different clubs and things that they're mingling as well. So look at it, it's great. And look, we all know football's a great outlet for young lads, and girls obviously, but it's just great. Yeah, I don't think there's enough done for school soccer myself. Well, it's a conversation for another night. You're always good for a rumour. Any rumours in the local transfer markets? Look at, well, there's a few transfers after a few definites. You'll hear one or two, all right. But I don't think there's anything too concrete between any of them. Maybe Sean Miller might be joining in at Courtown, I don't know, but I know I'm only joking there on that. But look at Gorey being quite busy. They've signed 2 goalkeepers, Robin Canavan from Courtown and Nathan Keane. I think he's Carnew. Don't know much about him, but I've been told he's a goalkeeper. So seem to be doing a bit of shopping in Carnew the last few years, haven't they, Gorey? Yeah, well, Sean would have played underage, but he also played in Dublin. But Sean. So maybe there's a connection there. We don't know. But look at as far as we know, that looks like they'll have 3 goalkeepers fighting for that position. You hear a few rumours that there's a couple of players maybe being linked with Bray. Nothing has been concrete from there yet, so I'm damn sure Willie's going to want to sign players, not lose anybody. Then sure, North End have been the quickest off the mark. Like, you'd have to say fair play to them for the 3 lads that they're after getting in. 2 Farrells, Evan and Luke. Luke coming from Wexford Bows. Must have looked to come to North End though, because Denny said last week or
couple of weeks ago that he didn't go look for anyone, so they must have came to them.
If you believe that now, you believe anything now. So don't forget, he's been trained by the master of signing people.
Maybe Goggy signed him for him.
Maybe so. But look at Evan Farrell is definitely going to be a massive boost to him, especially with Kieran Page out injured.
So look, who's the third one you said?
Sean Allen. So, and to be honest with you,
it's an interesting man. I think that.
Yeah, I know Sean personally, like, and I know him quite well, and I'd be a bit disappointed that he's gone to North End unless he thinks he's going to shift Jason Maguire. Like, if he's gone there to be a backup goalkeeper, Sean is too good for that. Do you know, like, he's proved it by playing in Gory's first team. He proved it by playing with Bowes. So, like, I know the chap is living in Wexford and all now, like, but for me, he's too good to be just there as a backup goalkeeper. Unless he's been told something that we don't know. Maybe he is going in as first choice, I don't know. But for me, Jason hasn't done a whole lot wrong over the last couple of years to be anything but first time.
As you said, he's Wexford's number one. So
yeah, so that one is a bit strange. And then another goalkeeper coming back from England, Paul Burns, gone out to Aldgate. He's
didn't go back to Shamrocks?
No. Paul didn't. Look, might be a bit of history there, but
it's a great signing for Aldgate.
Massive signing. And probably Paul is another chap who I would have worked with, and I'm not being disrespectful to Aldgate, but Paul Burns could definitely play at a higher level than down the divisions in Wexford.
You'd like to see him playing Premier, but I think he's from out around there, isn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe you have to give him a bit
I know he is, and he'd be very good friends with a few of the lads out there. So look at if he's just there to enjoy it, play with your own club. Do you know, play with your local club, play where you're going to enjoy it. But that he's a chap who definitely has more potential to. And
when you're looking from the outside in, we want all the best players playing in the Premier.
Yeah, that's
but
it. Yeah,
you have to hand it to some of these. Look, Shane Laura, I'm sure we'll mention him later before it goes this weekend. Another one that I'd love to see playing in the Premier, just to see can he do in the Premier. But you have to hand it to these lads for being loyal to their local club, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a big thing. One big thing that's probably missing in Wexford soccer, that little bit of loyalty.
Yeah, no. Well, look at it. It's in football in general throughout the whole world. Never
football,
mind Wexford. But look at if Paul is just going to enjoy it, and then fair play to him. You know, like he's a really good chap. He's a really good goalkeeper, and I've great time for him as a goalkeeper and as a chap. He worked for me as well, so Paul's a lovely chap, and I wish him the best of luck. And it's a fantastic signing for Aldgate. And the last one really, I think, is Sean Wiles, Tootsie.
Tootsie, yeah.
Tootsie's gone from the mine back over to Shamrock Rovers, so like that it'd be good signing getting Sean back. Like,
I have to say, I got Tootsie to come to us, and even my time now, he was a very good signing for me. I have to say, he's a great lad. Gives you everything out in the field. Disappointed to see him leaving now, I have to say.
Yeah, and look at he would have played for me for a number of years. I remember him coming through. He was one of the best youths I would have seen coming through Shamrock Rovers. Probably never fulfilled his potential with Shamrock Rovers. I'm damn sure he'll blame me for that. But I know, like, Tootsie's a good chap, great footballer. In fairness,
see him in around the 18.
I do you know something? I don't. I'd see him more or less with the B team. He had a couple of friends on the B team, like the likes of Shane Larkin and them lads.
He's good enough for that.
So, he's definitely good enough. Oh, Jesus, yeah, 100%. But that's not saying that he won't be. Maybe he has that. But I just know that he's friendly enough with a few lads, and like he could end up just playing there.
Yeah. Before we move on to the results of last week, I think we know who we're playing now in the semi-final of the Oscar Traynor Trophy in Leinster, don't we?
Yeah, the AUL Sunday the 4th of February. So it gives Ken a couple of weeks to knuckle down and get a few training sessions in. I'm damn sure he'll have to start getting them back together, unless I haven't heard of him doing anything over the last couple of weeks. So I'm damn sure that
tough game. The AUL on a bit of a bounce now again. The league is coming back a bit. A couple of Leinster senior league sides that after going back to them. I think the Hardwick. If I'm right, I think the Hardwick manager is over him. They're backboned by that. That's a good Hardwick side, so it won't be easy, even though they do have the home advantage, don't they?
Yeah, home advantage, the 4th. Yeah, so look, it'll be a massive game, and hopefully we can get maybe Ken Denny and Jay on one of the nights before it, and maybe a couple of players. So there you are now, lads. Just may you can't duck out of this one. So get them on, especially, and we can have a chat about it because it's massive cup, it's massive game, and it's a massive competition.
It's massive for Wexford this year with
Pat Whitty and all this year, and it's a lovely trophy. So let's hopefully they can go on and do it.
All the players that Ken wants will be fit for it, and he gets to put out what he believes the strongest 11.
Yeah, with a bit of luck.
Yeah. We move on then to the results of last week. O'Neill's Premier, first one, Campile 3-1 winners against Crossbeg. Surprise or not a surprise?
No.
Be blunt on
it. No, look, I didn't seen Crossbeg twice this year, and the lads are probably giving out about me, but I didn't see what you seen in him at the start of the year. Do you know? I didn't see the big improvement. And always the second year in the Premier is tough as well. I seen Campile play against Shamrock Rovers just before Christmas. Brad was after signing a couple of lads that were home from America and bits and pieces, and they had a real spring in their step that day that they played. It's
interesting. Last week Jamie Myler scored 2 goals, but he hadn't played for the A team. I think pre-Christmas there. I think he was on the B team for a couple of games, which surprised me because this was a player I have to say I always admire. I think he's always lively. He always has a bit about him. He knows where the net is. So I think if Campile want to stay up, they need him wanting to play and Brad playing him. I think is the.
Well, I'm 100% sure Brad will play him. It's about Jamie making himself available and making sure that he does. And like Campile are not a small club, but when you're in a little rural village like that, they definitely need all their best players.
Doesn't matter if you're big club or small, you need your best players.
So look at you
and
do.
And you need goal scorers. That's
and Jamie's a chap who can play anywhere across the park.
John Crossbeg was a bit disappointed with because that results that bring them into a relegation battle now for the bottom two. So I mightn't like to hear it, but it has. I know they have 3 games in hand on Campile, but
games in hand mean nothing to you unless you win the games, you know. So and it's a bad result for Shamrock Rovers, really. I know I was talking to a couple of lads there the weekend. They were saying, Campile back Crossbeg, that pushes Crossbeg down. And I said, yeah, but it brings Campile closer to you, you know. So so look at so it's a big one, yeah.
And then the mine losing out to Ferns one, not in fairness to Ferns, a bit of a bounce now. Maybe Martin knows now he's missing them few players out of his squad. So on the last great 2 results, the last 2 games.
Yeah, I was actually only texting Martin during the week. Our last show we spoke about how good it was for him to have a consistent goalkeeper, and over Christmas he lost his goalkeeper to county senior footballers. Look at clean sheet. Young Keane, is it Keane Murphy in the goal?
He's young, but he's a good
He's
keeper.
young. So like keeping a clean sheet, but then again the minor a little bit shy the last couple of weeks. So keeping a clean sheet there, and Ferns getting a win. It was a good win for him. Yeah,
the big thing with the mine for me is probably gone unmentioned. Maybe is the loss of James Pear this year through injury. To me, he's a player that's been always a little bit underrated in Wexford. He's always guaranteeing you 15, 20 goals, and I think he's played 2 substitute appearances this year and 1 start, and I think he's their second highest goal scorer on 2 goals. So
on 2 goals,
yeah, I'll tell you. But I
think I was right when I said there were shots shy then, wasn't I?
But he's a massive loss to him. He
is, and look, we've spoke about the mine lads, and I don't want to be going over it and questioning them, but like there's a cup there for them if they wanted to, you know, and it's if they put a run together. And look, let's be honest about it. They've had an unbelievably tough run of fixtures as well. Like they've had Gorey, North End, Ferns now all in a row. And look at you throw in the Ajax game, which is a town derby. Now I know North End hammered them, but like it's always tougher when it's a town derby. You know, like it doesn't matter how many points are between you on a table. The games always seem to level up. So like they've had a tough run of fixtures. They're probably Sean and the lads are looking at maybe getting a couple of rounds at the cup and getting maybe a couple of handier games, what they would be hoping for anyway. And
games in Premier.
No, not by a man about the cup. Like you'd be hoping maybe you might get a couple of Division 4 or 5 teams that you may be able to roll over easy enough. Doesn't always happen, but you'd be definitely hoping that.
Title contender Gorey with a good 1-0 home inning on Wexford Bows. Keep kind of expecting Wexford Bows to come up the table a bit, but they're just fixtures not falling right for them maybe as well, but they don't seem to be able to get out, and the longer they stay there it's going to be a bigger slog for him. I do expect him to get a run of results.
I'm sure. I suppose I can't speak for Nicky Hines, but I'm damn sure he's pulling his hair out about the consistency. Maybe it's a consistency in games. There always seems to be a gap between them playing in league games and things like that. Even next week they're out in the Leinster Junior Cup. So look at they'd have been going up to Gorey. They were never favourites. Gorey obviously would be favourites to have won it. So from what I hear, they were in the game the whole way through it. So look at Gorey would have been happy with the 1-0 team. Like we all know, Willie has a structure in place. Gorey don't vary away from it massively.
They concede very little. So, in fairness,
which they have 2 of the 3. Well, they have 3 of up there with the very best centre backs in the county, with Paul Murphy, Sean Murphy, and Ryan Cullen. They've Nathan Brennan on left wing. They've Conor Cassie and the other one, Glenn. Stephen Maloney. So defensively they're just fucking rock solid. And now he's after signing 2 more goalkeepers. So you have a choice of 3 up there now to go with. And let me tell you, like, even I could put on me gloves behind some of them lads. But sure, like they are good, like, so in fairness.
And they don't give up chances. They don't make from management and coaching. So last thing you say is don't make mistakes.
Yeah, and look at these little 1-0 wins. They're the ones that get him. These are the ones that'll keep him in a league title run in with North End. At the end of the day, if North End had bet Ajax 1-0, it doesn't matter. It's only 3 points at the end of the day because we don't rely on goal difference. So The
next game was another 1-0 win. Game you're at. Fort Celtic win away to Bunclody. Good win for them. Disappointing result for Bunclody, or obviously it was, but I mean, performance wise.
We were up there. I was actually chatting to Greg Mullen there, and I just said to him at one stage, like, Fort Celtic kind of seemed to be in control of it for about an hour. They were 1-0 up, and I just said to him, like, I can see Bunclody snatching a draw out of this, because Bunclody were starting to catch him on a counter attack, and they had a few breakaway chances, and Fort Celtic just never seemed like they were going to finish off it. Ryan Busher had a couple of good chances. Ben in the goal for Bunclody.
Can't think of it now either. Ben Nugent.
I was talking to his father John. Ben made 1 or 2 decent saves, and I like the Fort Celtic team. They're strong. They're honest. They're probably lacking that little bit of know how to see out a game. Like what your Gories, your North Ends, your Mines, Shamrock Rovers would have had when they were going for league titles. So Fort need to get that little bit of a know-how and just finishing off a game. But look, it was a good win for them. In fairness to Bunclody, they never gave up. They battled right till the very end. I was a little bit surprised now with Nick that they took off Aaron Dunn. Now maybe Aaron was carrying an injury, but a goal down, he's the top goal scorer, I think, and he looked really lively, and that just surprised me. Now they brought on Dion for him, who was lively as well, and that chap actually created 1 or 2 chances, but I was just a little bit surprised with it. But in fairness to Bunclody, they nearly snatched it on, and you couldn't have said they didn't deserve it either, But Fort were probably just a little bit better for me.
For me, I just hope Fort, I know we all said it's a 2-horse race, but I just hope Fort themselves believe that they can be in this title race, because I think they keep plugging away and making it. They still have Gorey and North End to play, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But they have to believe it. There's no point me saying the Fort Celtic should be doing it. They have to believe it, and their management have to believe it. The club have to believe it.
Yeah. So
I think it's one of the biggest things they've been lacking. I think they've had the players to just that belief that we should be beating Northern, we should be beating Gorey, we should be winning the league with all these teams, and you have to believe that, or not you're not going to.
Yeah, definitely. And look at, they were able to release Big Patsy Malone off the bench. Now in fairness, he came in and settled the game right down, and
great experience,
and nearly got on the end to make it 2-1. But that's the kind of experience what you were talking about. There was ball put in the 6-yard box, and there was nobody, only Patsy that reacted to it, and he was only a couple of inches away from getting his foot to it, which would have made it 2-0 and killed the game. But he fouled a couple of times when Bunclody were trying to break, and so they'll just need a little bit more of that, and that'll come to him,
The last game, probably no surprise. Only surprise maybe the scoreline. 9-1 win to Ajax. In fairness to Ajax, I was looking on the app there. They were missing a few of their better players.
Look at Ajax were missing. What I was told they were missing 7. And like look at a team struggling like that, they can. But when you look at what North End were missing, Spot Murphy, Owen Rhodes, Kieran Page has been player of the year so far. Robin Dempsey, Kyle Dempsey was on the bench, Shane Dempsey was on the bench, Lee Wadding was on the bench, Adam Beery was on the bench. So like look at that's just the gulf of 2 squads. You know, like North End are just blessed to have that level of ability, and I'm damn sure Ajax can't wait to handle the game next week.
Yeah, we'll have just a quick look at the fixtures in the Premier next year. Standout game there, probably Bunclody maybe to North End.
It'd be interesting. The one there for me is Campile Fort Celtic. You know, if Campile can continue their run, it'll be tough for Fort Celtic to go down there. There's always a bit of history between Shamrock Rovers and Gorey, with Willie being a past manager, and the lads will always like to go up and try and put one over them, so that'll be a good one too.
And we move on to 4-star Pizza Division Man. The results last week: Courtown, great win. The table toppers at the time, All Blacks 1-0. Clabon getting off. I think that's their first win of the season, 4-2.
Yeah, Mick Farrell's definitely under trouble. I don't care what he was spewing us the other day about developing players, managing about winning games, Mick. Not getting clubs relegated.
A thriller Saturday night in the CBS, Barntown 4-3. I think I followed this on the app. I think 6 of them goals were in the last 10 minutes, I think, from looking at it on the app, if the app was right. So
yeah, look, hopefully Courtown, because me and you have been bigging them up all year, and we've kind of been waiting, and it was kind of...
I was looking at the league, it was a cracking win because they bet one of the top teams, which means stops them from going on. And I think if they do win, I think someone said it on the show, it could have been Brian Mullett actually, if they win their games, they're going to be up there. So if they win the...
Who said they weren't? Somebody said they weren't going to be up there, didn't it? So it'd be interesting. Was it Willie Pear?
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah, I think Willie said that they wouldn't. But look at it, they started off there anyway with a great win against All Blacks. So look at fair play to him. And I
think I could have said no. I tipped them at the start of the year, but I think at the Christmas one, I think I did say that they wouldn't be.
Did you? I thought they'd be still up around there.
And Clabon, you wrote them off earlier in the year. That win now puts them a great fighting chance now to stay up.
Yeah, no, it does give them a bit of a chance. I'm writing Mick Farrell off more, but no, look at it. It's a massive win for Clabon, and look at, in fairness to Tank, and his family out there, they do savage work. So you wouldn't you'd like to see him putting up a fighting chance for it. And
in Barntown, inconsistency again with a win this week, I suppose, but after a poor few games before Christmas, Bridge have just completely fallen off, really, after being the high flyers in that division to start.
Yeah, they have done all right, so they have.
And the big fixtures in that game next weekend, I suppose, is Cora and Clabon. Can Cora keep Clabon now on a bounce? Can Cora keep the...
Yeah, definitely. Like, you would look at that. Cork are obviously coming back after a bit of a layoff now. North End Shelbourne, that's going to be a ding-dong battle down there, because Shelbourne had dropped to the bottom of the table with Clabon's win. So, and then Courtown going down to Bridge Rovers is always tough, so they'll be hoping to come. But like I was actually talking to Pádraig Wihey over Christmas, and having a chat. This Saturday night football now is going to be a big thing, and Glenbarntown and Gorey are at home Saturday down in Wexford CBS. So like, if you're not doing anything on a Saturday evening, get down and support it. A Gorey side are a good side, and Glenbarntown, it depends.
There's always goals in the Glenbarntown games.
They've a bunch of good players. It just depends on which Glenbarntown turn up.
Young chap, I can't think of his name, got a hat-trick there.
Sean Cooney. He's been excellent this year. He's a really good chap, in fairness to him. And so, yeah, look at Pádraig is definitely going to try, and I know he's going to be in contact with clubs over the next couple of weeks. So it's definitely something that we should be looking at, is trying to push as many games of Saturdays. Like, because when you look at it now, you'll have Enniscorthy's Astro coming along soon. You'll have one in Gorey. You've one now in Cork now coming along, so Cork. So hopefully they can come along quick, and we can get more games.
Yeah, look, and as we mentioned, Cora, we took a visit down to Castle during the week to when they opened up their new I was going to say 4-star pizza, when they opened up their new AstroTurf.
I can't count how many different pitches we've had, going from, I suppose, farmers' fields, renting off farmers over the years, all the way up till we got this sort of permanent facility here now. Sort of started off here with 2 pitches. Great to see we have the all-weather pitch, the Astro, in the local club. I believe it's the first now in Wexford to have full-size Astro.
Going back even 10, 15 years, this was always one of the goals that they had, and they've been raising funds for through various different split the pot fundraisers, quizzes, quiz nights, and there's been many committee members that have come and gone over the years and have put in huge efforts along with the current members that we have here now.
Local crowd done the Banner Building Services, which is Mossy Waters is also involved in the club here on the committee. So he done a huge amount of work. PSD Sports were the crowd that laid the Astro first, and a great job, so we're delighted with that. And then like the local volunteers, like there's probably too many to name, but there's loads of lads whose kids are in the club, they came down and gave their time. So we're very appreciative of all the boys there that over the last month in particular to get the finishing touches on and get up and running.
Well, it's a fine setup here, brand new Astro here, first one of its kind in all of Wexford and any club. Very happy to have the facility. You can see the boys are warming up here behind us at the B team out there, and the youths, the first kind of proper sessions, I suppose, of the men's team out here. Yeah, delighted to have it. You can see it's great to have it under the floodlights and everything.
What we have here now is a great asset for the club on its own. It's a milestone that we have achieved. It's a great thing for all of the younger age groups that are coming up through, and hopefully that it'll benefit them in the future, and it'll also benefit us as a club going forward. It'll give our main pitch a break, and it'll give us extra facilities to train on during the winter as well when it comes to the wet and the hard times.
We're hoping to open it up to other clubs with an online booking system in the very near future, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So we're opening it now for our own lads, but in the future we definitely want to get a booking system to local clubs who need to play back games and stuff, because I know it will be a problem in the league, that, especially in the schoolboys and underage, they do get kind of caught at the end of the season. So it'll be a great help for them as well. It's great to have this facility. It's great to be the first club in Wexford to have this facility, so we're delighted to get up and running.
So now you see that great facility down there in Castle just highlights again the volunteerism in Wexford soccer is at its highest level when you see a facility like that being delivered in Core Ramblers, and it's going to be massive for their club.
Oh, it's massive, and fair play to him. It's like that for a club like Cora to have that facility. It's just unbelievable, and fair play to each and every single one of them down there. It'll be an asset. It'll be definitely well used over the foreseeable future.
Yeah, look, they can grow their club anywhere now. Look, I think they have schoolgirls, schoolboys. But don't have to put, when you have an Astro like that, you don't have to put a limit on anything. You can all day Saturday, every night was raining. It's great to see.
They've good grass pitches down there as well. Like, so there's very, very few games ever called off down there. So
even before the Astro, they had one of the finest facilities around, in fairness.
Yeah, and you're just saying about growing the club. It looked like there was somebody wearing a mind tap down there, Aidan, actually.
Maybe
John Fanning after bringing it down with him.
It was a red Adidas top.
But no, look at it. It's great, and like I'm damn sure John will absolutely love using it. I'm not too sure now. I know Niall Harney should have said, and a couple of them boys, the wingers mightn't be too impressed with the width of it, and it'll be hard not to give away a penalty once you kick the ball on the other side. But
you were saying that Paul Ricknall says he's full size. I'll believe he's, but I'm marking pitches a long time off. Maybe the camera's playing tricks on me eyes there, but I don't see it myself. But
look, it does look a little bit narrow. But look at if you
doesn't matter if it is or not. It doesn't matter. It's just it's the full length. It's proper length anyway.
So
massive. And great credit to the people in that club that done the work. I think not ourselves from a split the plot. They've one of the best split the plots around, in fairness to them.
Like you're talking about £500,000 development,
easy,
no matter what,
easy.
and for a club to come up with that kind of funding and get it done and all like that, you just have to say congratulations to him. Yeah,
100% to him, and wish him all the best with it. We move on into
and just before, let's hope the clubs actually do take them up and use it, and as I said, like use
and
it.
And if you can play legit league games on it, I hope, as you said, a Saturday night thing that people I suppose that's one thing we were talking about certain night games. You have to hand Glenbarntown are using that's their home pitch, CBS, but you have to hand it to other teams that are Bridge Rovers there last week.
Gorey this week.
Are willing to go down on the Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely. And I know Castle Dockrell have been using it down to divisions as well, trying to play Fridays and Saturdays as well. So look at the more they do it, the better.
Yeah, we move on into the Apex Division 2. No surprise here with the two results. Rathnure 5-1 against Wexford. Kilmore continuing their great season 3-1. Killane, I suppose, big shout again to Shane Lawler, 4 goals. He's just a goal machine and done it last year in Division 3, year before in 3A. Now he's doing it in Division 2 in fairness to him.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, look at a great win for Rathnure and Kilmore. They're two definitely the strongest two teams in it. So yeah, I can't see a whole lot past them.
And Tom Brack might disagree with you on that.
Tom Brack are there, but they're two of the strongest ones.
It's a standout game this week. I suppose we just mentioned Shane Lara. I suppose it'll be interesting. He's coming up again, one of the better defenders in the league, an experienced man, and Bob New this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on again. Him.
Yeah, it'll Bob. He rock solid defender. Maybe not the quickest on a turn, so
never gets caught out because he has it upstairs.
Yeah, that's it. So it's up to Shane Lawler to see can he drag Bob into places where Bob doesn't want to be. You know, so it'll be a battle of two wits. Bob has been a great player now. In fairness to him, he's been rock solid there with Tom Bracken. He's been a great Tom Brack clubman. I know he dipped down and helped in underage teams and things like that. So yeah, that's definitely a standout game. Another good game should be with Joseph's and Escort United. As a whole, kind of United have struggled a little bit this year, so they will definitely United will need to get something. But I was talking to Gary Byrne the other day, and he was saying that St. Joseph's definitely have aspirations of getting promoted, and he was telling me that about the average age of the squad and things like that. So look at St. Joseph's could be a little bit of a dark horse if they get a run. Now I know they're probably going to lose Des because he's gone in with Keith Rossiter in the senior hurling, and Desi was a major asset to would have been, but look at that's going to give another young lad a chance to come in. So look, we'll have to wait and see.
Move on to the Betxs Division 3. Shamrock spun all with Leonards and Fastnet stay on top of that division with a 3-0 win again on Cannon. Fairness to Fastnet just seemed to be the team to beat.
Yeah,
and Andy Kennedy scoring again for him. The left back turn striker.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, Fastnet looked strong in it. But look, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Tell me this: will the Mine have a team this week?
I hope so. I don't know what happened last week, but I hope to do.
Well, I'm damn sure Fastnet and them lads will be hoping the Mine will put a team out against Ballymurn.
Yeah, the old Ballymurn man affairs. Fastnet, Camolan.
The old Ballymurn man. Why is that?
Not about Leinster. Fastnet, Camolan game of the day there, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, it's one Camolan have to win, don't they? Really, to put a bit of a squeeze on Fastnet. Fastnet bounced back after the Ballymurn game. So look at it. That should be a good game. And
TJ Murphy's Division 3A, Rosstown continuing their great form in that division, 4-0 win to Courtown Hibs, and Bree outstanding season 2-1 win again, team around the top with them, Blackwater.
Yeah, it was a good win for Bree because the game against somebody like Blackwater, Blackwater are in fourth. After a bit of a layoff after Christmas, they can be a bit sticky, can't they?
They have the luxury of having a chap that's scoring every week for him in Jack Harney. So.
Yeah, I thought Jack's a good chap. His sister actually is always a good footballer. I remember playing a little bit with Roisin with Bunclody as well. She was a goal scorer as well. So look at good win for Bree and a good win for Ross. So in
fairness to Bree, they're doing great work out there as a club as a whole. Wayne is doing a great job with him over the first time. I think he's head coach for the whole club as well. Division and only 2 fixtures. Oh, sorry. That's the fixtures. TJ or Kennedy's Craft Butchers Division 4. Kirklow 1-1 with Cormac's, and Cairn beating Camolan 1-0.
Makes a change. There's normally a bag of goals in that division, wasn't there? So
it's been the Christmas, and the fixtures in that are Kirklow, Rossburkin, the Balloch, Cormac's, and Rosslare Rangers again Crossabeg.
Yeah, Balloch and Cormac's now could be a bit of a ding dong battle. There's not a whole lot in the difference in the travel wise, so it should be a good game.
For Butcher's Best, Kilmore lose now 2-1 to Fort Celtic. Ajax, bad weekend for Ajax, 5-1. home defeat to Ridge Rover. Shelburne 2-1 win again. Enniscorthy United and Joy's beating Campile 4-0.
Yeah, plenty of goals.
And the fixtures in that are Wexford Boas versus KM and Campile versus Shelburne. And I suppose there is only limited fixtures in the lower divisions because the cups are on this weekend. We'll get to in a sec. And the Streamline Technologies Division 5, All Blacks 7-2 against Castle Darkle. What's going on with them? Gorey Celtic 2-1 win against Ferns. Bray United again.
I thought we were going to be handing them the trophy by now.
And Camolan or Bray losing 2 on the Fastnet and Camolan 1-all with Cora.
Yeah, look at Fastnet and the likes of Ferns. We're going to be hoping that Gorey Celtic would be crumbling at this stage of the season, but it just looks like Gorey are going from strength to strength, and by the looks of things, they could be the first ones to be crowned at league titles fairly quick, as long as they keep up the form that they're in.
Yeah, and again, only 2 fixtures in this division. Fastnet home to Cora and Camolan home to Wexford Celtic. So we've other outside competitions this week. The LFA Junior Cup, massive game here for the Minemen away at Enniscorthy. North End waiting for the winners of that one. Wexford Bows away to Mullingar Town, and across the big St. Peter's of Wicklow.
For me, it's 2 massive games for both Mine and Bows. Like the 2 of them have been a little bit inconsistent this year, so like the 2 of them are not going to win anything in the Wexford Premier League anyway. So to get right into the very latter stages of this competition is massive for them. It's probably a little bit of a bonus for Crossabeg. They're at home against St. Peter's. So it's a bit of a free hit for him, but I'd love to see him getting through.
Yeah, I think it's a game
especially at home. They could do quite well in it. But look at I'm damn sure.
I think Bows on the Mine do need a win. In fairness, now it's a long old trip for Wexford Bows, but I think the Mine beat Mullingar handy enough in an earlier round in the FAI and that. So
yeah,
expect Bows to win that one.
And look, you want to see all Wexford clubs going as far as you can in it, so you do.
And then we've one fixture in the Wexford Cup next week. Wexford Bows B against Camora. I suppose we having the results of the Wexford Cup there, but standout one, and I think the result of the Wexford Cup was Ferns B team beating Enniscorthy United's A team, Division 4 against Division 2 side. It was a big surprise, and I think the other one was Ross Celtic out 4A beating Glenbarntown's B team out 3A.
Yeah, look at it is a surprise, but when you look at that
division wise, but when you see the Ferns
Ferns lineup, that's a decent lineup, like Hugh Tonks, Johnny Dwyer and Tommy Dwyer and
John
these
Breen.
lads, these lads are good players, like, you know. So when you look at divisions, it was a surprise, but and unfortunately United have just had a bit of a struggle this year, and I think they lost Jimmy Malloy over to the Enniscorthy Town as well, actually, in the transfer window there. So look, it's been a tough season for United.
Yeah, one game in the Neil O'Sullivan, All Blacks home to Rosslare. So big derby there, so it'll be interesting. Aaron will be looking to get a good cup run, I'd say, won't he? And suppose All Blacks get to the final of that last year, wouldn't it?
Yeah, All Blacks were playing. No, there was the year before, wasn't it?
It was last year.
Ross Celtic and. Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Ma was right.
Look, you have to remember Rosslare have a massive cup pedigree.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Wexford Cup or the Neil O'Sullivan, so they've a pedigree of being very good. It's an interesting one for All Blacks. Do they go for a Wexford Cup or the Neil O'Sullivan Cup?
A lot of ex-Rosslare players on the All Black side.
Yeah, or do they concentrate on trying to win a league? Do you know? And
could be the game of the weekend actually.
So that one could go. You'd fancy All Blacks, but could go. It wouldn't surprise me if Rosslare had done something.
Cup close to me on hard, the Billy Brown Cup, Brig and Rosstown, that'll be a tasty one. Camolan, Bunclody B, expecting Camolan to come out of that. Enniscorthy United being Feathered. I think Feathered are looking strong for after Christmas from what I'm hearing, so I'd expect them to win that handy enough. Glenbarntown B and Cushinstown, I think Barntown might shed that one. And it's a game the 2 of these probably didn't want. Ferns and Gorey flying high in their division together.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, but look, that'll be a ding-dong battle. I know the cup was named after your uncle. Did you ever win it or get into the cup final yourself?
I didn't know, but our B team won it in Division
I know
3.
you were B team, but I was wondering had you when you started off. So, look, sure, it's a great honour for the Brown family. But that's definitely a big game that Ferns and
the Brig and Rosstown and the Ferns and Gorey one.
Two very good games.
And Gwyn Jones, then Gorey Celtic B and Ajax B. Gorey Celtic will have their eyes on a double, I'd say, here, won't it?
Yeah,
With
sure.
Division
Fort Celtic done it last year.
From
Nibs
Division 5
Hayes
as well.
from
Yeah.
Division 5, yeah. So them lads done it last year. So Gorey Celtic would definitely like to match that feat.
Yeah, maybe Castle Locker for Dark Horses.
Maybe. So look at if they put the U team together and they blend a few of them in with them lads. Yeah, they could be in with a squeeze, but I don't see it happening now, to be honest, at this stage.
Yeah.
So I don't.
So that's it, Nick. We've looked back at everything. It's we said earlier it's going to be an interesting couple of months ahead, ain't it? It's going to be nice to look forward to, and it's been great to be able to cover it from the start of the season now to keep going till the end of the season. What something I'm looking forward to now, aren't you?
Yeah, look at, and this is the time of the year now where the really big games come. You know yourself. It doesn't matter where you sit at the table at Christmas. It's where you finish it up at the end of the year. This is where I would have always tried to say to the lads, now we have 12 to 16 weeks where we have to
Give
put
it
our
everything.
heads to it, give it everything, put our bodies in the right frame, and everybody has to try and do that. So this is the part of the season that I used to dread coming straight back, but it was the part that gave you that bit of hunger because you could see the finish line and you knew yourself that if you got these couple of weeks right, you'd be thereabouts at the end of the season, and that goes from being in the Premier down to Division 5. These next 8 to 10 weeks, how you negotiate the first couple of rounds of the cups and keep yourself in a league position, and and as I said, it doesn't matter if you're in Wexford Premier or Division 5, you're playing for that league title. At the end of the day, you handed the same medal. It's a massive couple of weeks now coming up, and it should be getting really enjoyable. And the more Saturday night games, as I said, and the bigger the games come now the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we get people coming in. They can sit down with us and chat when we have a couple of big rivalry games going ahead. So clubs expect phone calls over the next couple of months, last minute notice to try and jump in with us here on a Wednesday or Thursday night.
Yeah, I suppose the last thing to say for me is that the Wexford League is flying, so I'm just asking people to get out and support us as we went through the games. There's some great games all over the county, so there's no excuses. As Nicky said, we have a cracking game again Saturday night, so get out and support what is a great league. And we just tipped on the volunteerism in Core Ramblers. Get out and when people that are marking pitches and doing all the work, when they see a good crowd at a game, it lifts them as well, so support them by going to games as well. Thank you.
Best of luck, everyone.
Thank you.